Hello, friends! In this video, you'll find out which European leagues are the most productive in the second half. And, of course, you'll get the top 5 clubs by this metric from each of the leagues presented. But let's not waste any time. Let's get started. In 10th place on our ranking, we have the Turkish Super League. Throughout the season, this league has repeatedly made it into the top 10 of the most productive leagues in this phase of the match. A characteristic feature is that the high numbers in this metric come from just a few clubs, which are the ones driving the strong overall statistics for the league. You see 4 teams on your screen. Among them, we'll highlight Galatasaray, equally productive both at home and away. The next member of this ranking will be familiar to you from previous episodes of our statistical reviews. The German third division has been extremely productive in all phases of the match this season. The balanced makeup of the league's teams leads to competitive matches with plenty of goals and unexpected outcomes. Right now, at the end of the season, when most matches determine the final standings, second half productivity has increased. A lot is being decided during this period of the game. The Swedish second division sits in 8th position. Such high second-half productivity numbers are still based on statistics from the end of last season. In the current season, the only highlight so far is the most recent match day, where 6 matches were played, and in each of them, more than 1 goal was scored in the second half. Since the start of the new season, this figure has not risen above 4, which is exactly the average over the last 20 rounds of this and the previous season combined. You are also familiar with the Eredivisie as one of the most productive leagues in Europe. And of course, if it weren't here, you might have thought something had gone wrong with my script. But no, they are here. And in the last 2 match days, there have been 6 matches with high-scoring second halves in each of them, even though this metric has shown a slight regression over the past 6 rounds. Notice that all 5 clubs are from the lower part of the table. That should allow you to draw certain conclusions. The Norwegian top division traditionally takes its place in this ranking. At the start of the season, we can observe a slight regression compared to the end of last season. Over the first 8 rounds, the average of 4 matches was exceeded on only 3 match days. In the last round, there was just 1 such result, meaning only 1 match with more than 1 goal in the second half. However, it should be noted that several matches were postponed to a later date. In any case, it's currently better to focus on those leagues where the season is nearing completion. There, the statistics for the second half over 1.5 market are more reliable, and predicting such an outcome is easier. Sweden's Allsvenskan is also still in the early stages of the season. You may have noticed that this is already the 3rd Scandinavian league in this ranking, and another Swedish league. The situation here is similar to that of the other leagues that started not long ago. Series have excellent numbers both at home and away. Nevertheless, in the most recent match of the last completed round, only 1 goal was recorded in the second half. And that is actually a good thing. A moment worth noting. I suggest you keep an eye on this team in their next home game. If the opponent is right, I think the outcome will be quite obvious. If you watch my weekly videos where I share my predictions, you've probably noticed that I quite often use matches from the Swiss Super League for that purpose. The reason is quite simple. I have a very high success rate in predicting this type of outcome in this tournament. You see, when the bookmakers' odds for over 2.5 are very low, sometimes it can be more profitable to bet on second half over 1.5, where the odds are significantly higher. Provided, of course, that you are confident the goals will come precisely in the second half. Well, not a downpour, but at least 2 goals. 55% of matches in this league end exactly with that result. Slovenia's top division unexpectedly finds itself in the top 3. And this despite the fact that one team dropped out of the league after round 20, so now each match day consists of 4 matches. And precisely from that point onward, over 5 consecutive rounds, we recorded an anomalously high number of such matches. That is, 75% of all matches across those rounds. Now the situation has changed somewhat. Second half productivity has decreased, and we're seeing the biggest regression among all the leagues in this top. But just imagine what the overall percentage of such matches must have been 6 or 7 rounds ago. Wherever the German Bundesliga matches are played, there are always plenty of goals. We've seen clear evidence of that in the 2 previous reviews. Look at Bayern Munich, a 100% record in recent matches. But in the most recent match, last Saturday against Wolfsburg, who are also among the top 5 clubs in this league, the 2 teams together couldn't manage more than 1 goal in the second half. Why did that happen? Perhaps burnout. Still, everything that seems permanent eventually comes to an end. Finally, once again, we are obliged to sing the praises of Norwegian attacking football. For the second time, the Norwegian second division takes first place in our review. If in the top German Bundesliga, 5 out of 9 second halves on a match day end with more than 1 goal, then in the Norwegian Obos-ligaen, it's 5 out of 8, and just over 60% of matches over the last 20 rounds. But again, I must remind you that the season started not so long ago, so at this stage I personally wouldn't actively use this championship for my predictions. A little more patience is needed. If we sum up the results of this and the 2 previous reviews, we can state that we have become acquainted with the most attack-minded European leagues. We looked at the over 2.5 market and the over 1.5 market for the first and second halves. You'll agree that across these 3 reviews we see very similar patterns. For example, the presence of German and Scandinavian leagues in every top 10. If you want to be successful with your predictions, look for matches with high-scoring outcomes. For full matches or halves, in those leagues where such matches are abundant by default. Don't fixate only on the super popular leagues. Broaden your horizons. If you find all this information useful, I will continue to publish similar videos and provide you with valuable insights in my reviews. I think in the next review, I will touch upon match outcomes. Specifically, we will find out in which leagues the highest number of draws occur. And as always, I ask all viewers to rate my episode. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, leave comments, suggest your own ideas for my videos. If you're into predicting football match outcomes, or you're looking for a game for your bet, I recommend my other videos that I make before each weekend. Football Predictions Box. You might find them useful. See you next time!